Hey guys, that's your Rage Out Legends. Welcome to the video. I am excited to have you guys here today because we're going to talk about good old Blender. I want to give you my favorite, my most recent version of a Blender comp utilizing a champion that I truly think should be on everybody's epic wish list if you're lucky enough to have him, but it goes well beyond that in today's video as well. Blender is still, to this day, here in 2024, my favorite strategy to recommend to people out there to farm up your Great Hall fast, right? It's not necessarily going to be efficient because you will run into some losses if you don't win the speed race, but this team that I'm going to share with you guys, it does have, well, a tool at your disposal to mitigate some of those losses in case you don't go first. There's also things like, well, stone skin that you have to contend with in the arena, but the beautiful thing about this strategy is well, everybody goes at the speed of your ally attacker, right? So your fastest or second fastest champion on the team, which makes this team very, very fast, which is why I love it to farm up your Great Hall. And we say this all the time on the channel, but like 95% of players, you know, they treat the arena, the PvP in this game, as a means to the end, right? To go in there and farm your area bonuses or your affinity bonuses section of the Great Hall, which are so important inside the game. So let me reveal the team. Actually, let me reveal the champions one at a time, kind of like their big intro on the proverbial red carpet of Raid Shadow Legends. So what is a Blender comp without an ally attacker? Weighing in at 300 pounds, we have the Fat Man, Farrakhan the Fat. Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow, what you gonna say?
You're too fat for that skirt.
I like the Fat Man, guys. The cool thing about Fat Man is he brings an increased crit rate and increased crit damage buff, and then all the allies except for him will join the attack and kill somebody, right? It's nice to have those buffs with us. Lady Mikage can also be used. She has the increased attack and the increased crit damage, so arguably even better because you don't need an Arbiter or an increased attack champion if you have Mikage as your ally attacker instead of Fat Man.
Why would you say those things to me?
But I think that I want to go with the epic in today's video because I think that Fat Man's still incredible. And if you want to, you could build the entire team with 70% crit rate instead of 100% crit rate and just get more damage, more attack or HP in our case. Because champion number 2 is going to be Eric's, the smoke monster herself. I still love the Smoke Monster vibes. I'm a big Lost fan circa 1990 or whatever the heck that show was on. Or at least I was a big Lost fan way back in the day. It's been a long time. Anyway, Smoke Monster, Eric's over here is gonna be our kind of like, remember how I was talking earlier about our plan in case we don't go first? We're gonna have Eric's built in stone skin. That way she can stay alive if we need her to. She's built slow in stone skin. So if we don't go first, hopefully she stays alive and then she goes in and just kills everybody herself because she's built tanky with over 100k HP. I'll show you all the builds at the end of the video today, by the way, guys. So Eric's is going to be our number 2, but our number 3, we're going to go right back to epics. Weighing in at 190 pounds, it is, the ladies love him, Fenax. That's right, it is Fenax, guys. Why is Fenax going to be on the team? Well, A, we can empower him, and with Awakening and Empowering, you can get his attack very, very high, let alone his crit damage, and really get some damage out of the put down ability. Why is put down so good right now inside the game? Well, A, with an ally attack with a Blender comp, you can target a Sun Wukong, for example, and you never have to worry about him coming back to life ever again. With all the revive that is popular in the meta, with Sun Wukong popular in the meta, really the only thing you have to worry about is potentially a Lydia passive. That's the only thing that can really circumvent the put down. Deny revival ability on Fenax is A1. It's hard hitting. This guy is just he's a force to be reckoned with inside the arena. I'm even starting to see players at the top of live arena sprinkle him in. He's definitely not meta, but I've seen top players, top 20 players actually start using him here and there, especially if they're going against a Sun Wukong. So he's going to be our Deny Reviver So we can basically target their nuker and there won't be able to be revived on the enemy team. That way, at least if we don't kill everybody with Stone Skin, we can take care of their biggest threat and stay alive vis-a-vis our Erics. And of course, fourth, but certainly not least or last, or fourth and least and first.
Get to the point.
It's Arbiter. Arbiter is going to be our increased attack champion on this team. Now, the cool thing, as we said before, if you're lucky enough to have Lady Mikage, one of the best champions inside the entire game, we could use her instead of both Arbiter and Fat Man. Thus giving us another position to add in a Ray or a Senesha or a Skull Crown or whoever we wanted to with that last AoE position. So of course, Lady Mikage, as we mentioned, has increased attack and increased crit damage. She also will join in the attack as well, putting a shield on this champion's, or excuse me, based on this champion's HP with the ally with the lowest HP when she joins in on the attack. So she would be a great option for you guys if you're lucky enough to have her. All right, guys, as I said, I will show you the builds at the end of the video, but let's go ahead and have some fun inside the arena. Let's get a fresh little slate here and just go into the first team. We're just gonna go right down the row here. The easy teams, the tough teams, we'll face them all. Blender comp, boom. Increase attack, turn meter boost. We'll do it slow on the first match. Then we decide, who do you want to kill? Well, we can't kill Skull Crown. We don't really care that much about, well, I guess we don't want to be frozen, so we'll go kill Ninja. Now, you'll notice on the team positioning, right? I had Phoenix in the last position on this team. That's to ensure that he always goes last on the ally attack. Thus, he is getting that final blow in killing the target, okay? If you have him earlier in the rotation, he also will be effective there, but you might have to worry about him not killing the target if he doesn't go last. So it's kind of a little bit of a crapshoot here. You saw in that last one, Eric's got the kill, so there wasn't a deny revivals.
Hello.
It's going to depend on the team. Actually, based on how that last one went, let's switch it on this next one, because Phoenix with an increased attack with the stats, I'll just show you the stats really quickly. With the stats that we have on this, we have Arbiter at 402 speed, Fat Man at 360 speed, Phoenix slow, 106, 319 with 7,600 attack, Eric's at 104, 101, 273. Again, we could, if we wanted to, build everybody with the 70% crit rate instead and take advantage of Fat Man's increased crit rate. So again, who do you want to kill in this one? Well, I guess physics. I don't know. This time he does get that shot in first, which is nice, and he made sure that we denied revive. So I actually like, because for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about here, when you join in on an ally attack, it looks like everybody's attacking at the same time, but they actually attack in a specific order. You saw another deny revival there on Chris, not that we needed it, but they're gonna actually attack in order, meaning on an ally attack, Arbiter in the first position is going to go first, and then Phoenix is going to go second. Obviously, Fat Man's not joining in. Phoenix is going to go second. By the way, I have +3 Fat Man. I have +1 Phoenix, but he's on my wish list right now. And then we have Eric's at a going last, basically, on the ally attack. So this is important for situations like, for example, a Skull Crown, right? Skull Crown on her A1 ability attacks all enemies, places an extra hit if the target has more than 50% HP. So we want her high in the rotation on an ally attack team, so she has a better shot of them having more than 50% HP and getting that extra hit. Whereas Senesha, for example, her sister, actually has the opposite, right? Places an extra hit on enemies with less than 50% HP. What does that mean? She should be positioned always after Skull Crown in that team order because they're not attacking at the same time. One more example why this might be relevant. We mentioned Ray earlier, who's another popular ally attack blender comp champion. You want her positioned high in the rotation because she has decreased defense on her A1 ability. Thus, you want to debuff first. That way all the other ally attackers that go after Rey can take advantage of the decreased defense that she's placing on her A1 ability. One more for you guys, because Rey is not alone. It is Banshee is another exam. Banshee in my master vault. Not frozen. There she is. So Banshee attacks all enemies, decrease defense on the A1 ability. So you want them positioned higher in the order. In other words, if I had Mikage here, I would want a Rey or a Banshee over here, or a Skullcrown over here, then Sinesha. Sorry for the long explanation there, guys. I said I'm going to go against every team. This is like the worst team known to man to go with a blender comp against. They have Marichka on there. They have a Tormund on there. They have a tanky Harima. Luckily, we do have Fennex for Harima, but let's just see how this goes. We go in, we get frozen. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have even bothered to go with the... I'm actually going to go with the counterattack here. Let's go in and try to strip there a little bit. Petrification, just, you gotta love it. Hopefully Eric's with all these counterattacks. Yikes, this is not gonna work out. Is Fennex dead? Is that the corpse of Fennex standing up? I'm scared. All right, let's go in against Marichka. Well, no, Harima. Wait, he is dead, huh? I hate when that happens, that bug. Don't you guys? Okay, so hey, we're not gonna cut anything here because we don't cut in this damn channel. Show you the losses. The cool thing about that thing is if he was alive and not standing up like an incapacitated ghost, we could have killed Harima on the ally attack, and obviously Marichka's passive would not have woken her up. We could have killed Tormund, and his passive to make him come back under freeze would not have worked because of the deny revive. There's just one problem with that team, and it was too tanky, right? Too tanky. But let's try this one. Let's try this next one. All right. So here we go. We go first. One problem with the team, excuse me, was not too tanky, I should say. The problem with the team was that it was, that it had Tormund. We all got froze. All right, let's go in and kill Sun Wukong. This is what I was talking about here. Even though they have UDK to protect Sun Wukong, we can come in with Fennex, and this is the perfect team to be utilizing this strategy on, right? We come in there, they can't revive them. They have revivers, they have protection with UDK. We can get around UDK super easily, obviously, on a squad like this. And sure, it might take a little bit longer, but they can't kill me. Their nuker's down, and Fennex still does a ton of damage on his AoE as well. Man, Eric's and Fennex, that was a quick battle. That's why I love going against a Sun Wukong team. Two Tormund teams on this rotation. Is Tormund making a really big comeback or what, guys? Another squad here that we... a bunch of meta champions, or a couple at least, right? UDK and Armans. So who do we not want to deal with? Armans. We hate Armans. So we're going to go in there. We're going to target him first. We're going to block revive. The nice thing is Fennex obviously is going to be a negative matchup against an Armans, right? But that A1 smacks so dang hard. This is like, I'm a total conspiracy theory tinfoil hat here, guys. 100%, okay? However, you notice how some champions, like I feel like Mountain King always weak hits a lot. Some champions weak hit more than others. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I feel like in Fennex, for whatever reason, I don't notice a lot of... I'm being so silly here. There's nothing in the coding to say that, but I just noticed that he pops off against Armans. Let's try again here. Let's try again. Against this. Now, this is an interesting team because they do have Lydia to circumvent the deny revival, but they don't have a reviver outside Lydia, so we're not really in any trouble here. Who do we want to kill? We already know. We want to kill Armans. We want to kill Armans. Boom. Block revive. Everything's good. We win, right? This is the best strategy to just really quickly get your Great Hall done. You will notice that Eric's is opening up with that A3 to place the counterattack on herself. I might go in there in team setup. Oh, you love the block revive, man. Fennex is a monster. He's a beast. I love Fennex, man. I love this guy.
Excuse me, do you have a lighter?
Allow me.
Yeah.
You're not gonna, we saw a loss in this video, guys. You're not gonna win all your matches with this sort of a strategy, right? You're gonna lose some, but it's fast. It's fast. The only downside on a full auto team with a strategy like this is, unlike a Senesha and a Skull Crown, we can't decide when we have it on full auto. We're at the mercy of, you know, the AI, who we want to kill, right? Because this example is perfect, right? We're going against a pretty tricky team here. Obviously, they have Hegemon, they have a good nuker in Trunda, and we know one shot from Trunda, 3 of our team are likely gonna die, so we have to kill her. We don't care that they have a reviver on the team. We want to block revive with Fenax, and it gets the job done. So again, this one's pretty much already over. You'll win against a lot of teams that you might not, like, at first glance, you might think, that team looks kind of tough. I might not win, but you're gonna win. You're gonna win. The only thing that could have gone wrong there, obviously, is locking out Fat Man. All right, let's go against this team because they got Sun Wukong, and again, this is perfect. Let me know what your favorite blender comps are, or do you guys use the blender? Again, this situation, I mean, they have a big threat with Trunda, which sucks, but I hate Sun Wukong too. But I think the right move here actually is to get rid of Trunda. I'm talking myself in and out of it. Block revive, nice and easy. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to kill Sun Wukong just with the A2 of Eric's, who's nice and protected with that stone skin and a super slow build. It's super annoying to go against. A team like this, it's 135k against Duchess. Man, Fenax, you're the beast. You're a beast. I want to show you guys before I let you go, obviously the builds really quickly, but I also wanted to show you my personal wish list. I got Taurus, Marishka, Siphi, and then I have Dark Elhain, Magnar, and Fenax on my epic wish list. Oh man, I wish I would get 6 stars for those epics. All 3 of them I absolutely love. All right, really quickly, let me go ahead and show you the builds. We have Arbiter in a supersonic with a couple accessories, as well as speed. I already showed you her stats, but it's 402 on the speed. We have Eric's built, like I said, very slow. I have a crit damage set on her in a stone skin 4-piece. I have HP percentage obviously on the chest, crit damage on the gauntlets, and HP percentage on the boots. You can see her total stats here, 101, 273. Nothing crazy in terms of stats, but not too bad either. Notable that I do have a resist banner on her that I could probably get an HP on there instead. Fat Man, we just have him in speed gear. I don't really care at all about the stats. So 360 speed. We just basically want him within 30% of our speed booster, in this case Arbiter. And then Fenax, we have him in Cruel and in Savage. My man has, we already showed you his main stats, but these are some really sweet stats for Fenax. Just wait till I get this guy fully empowered eventually, or I'm lucky enough to get a full 6-star blessing on him. I have crit damage on the gauntlets, I have attack percentage on the chest, I have attack percentage on the boots, I have attack on the banner, I have crit damage on the amulet, I have attack on the ring. Guys, there it goes. Really quickly, I should show you his masteries as well. Masteries Helm Smasher, Masteries War Master, kind of an old build on Fat Man, Masteries Helm Smasher on Eric's, and Masteries on Arbiter Unshakable. Guys, that is gonna do it. Thank you for watching till the end of the video, guys. Much love, and as always, take care.